strapped with the gun bar. Walk a mile off in my Air Force.
You know, I always had to get like fresh pair of cocaines, like Air Force
One. Kind of like, yep, white on whites?
Yeah, the Air Force Ones.
Air Force Ones, always a silhouette that you're wearing.
Classic, got to have them, especially the all white ones.
Influencers like Hailey Bieber sport white, low tops.
Do I really gotta say much else? You get the picture. The Air Force One, an iconic pair of shoes that's here to stay. It's one of the most popular shoes in the world from a long time ago all the way today. Even if you're not a sneakerhead, you know what they look like, you've seen them, and you probably know somebody that got a pair too. That's the level we at right now. So yeah, basically, with all this popularity, all these different customizations being made of this shoe, I just thought we gotta do an homage to the Air Force One, the original Air Force One, the one that started it all, and give it that vintage look, that classic look, timeless look. What some of you might say is frowned upon. It is what it is though, somebody gotta do it. If I hurt your feelings, it is what it is, okay? I know you gotta keep them clean, you gotta keep them fresh and white, cocaine white.
Cocaine.
But I gotta do it to you. And just to be clear, I'm not trying to make it exactly like the original. It's an homage with my own little twist on it. Pay my respect to a classic, okay? With the modern twist. So that's what we got. You wanna see that? Stick around, watch the video. So yeah, and don't be scared, okay? You can like the video, it's free. If not, it's okay, enjoy. Hope you guys like it. I make it for you guys, and it's fun. Let's get into it. Once the sole's all taped up, now you're gonna want to apply the dye. Now it doesn't need to be any specific dye, this is just what I know works. I've seen it in a video, so it's not gonna fix something that's not broken, okay? You get it. Same goes for the Salon Creme. Not completely necessary. It really is more just a medium for the dye. The dye, you gotta dilute it because it's super strong. The more dye you use, the darker it's gonna be. So you can play around, try to get that color that you like. I wanted it to be a little bit lighter, so I'm using close to no dye. A little bit goes a long way here, okay?
I'm a lover boy, she love the toys. Keep it coming, you a rider. This that roll myself a J and count my fingers shit. This that stepping out, I feel like I'm that nigga shit. I drop 30 on this room, we ain't gon' sleep for shit. If I catch you nodding off, then it's gon' be some shit. Well, you can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spit what you wanna, be who you wanna be. I'm stunned up till I die. You can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spit what you wanna, be who you wanna be.
When you're done applying the dye, you gotta leave it on there for at least 2 hours. That's what I would recommend. You gotta give it time to really marinate. Cover it in saran wrap if you got it. I didn't have it, but cover it up, put it in the sun, it'll make it go faster, or just a light. And look, let's say the color that you got isn't what you want exactly. It's too dark, it's too bright. The nice thing is, you can always go back and add more dye. Or if you want it to be brighter, just use the cream, okay? Creme. And leave it on there for like overnight or for a day. That's what I did. Wanted it a little bit brighter than what I got. I could be done right here if I wanted to, but wanted the sole to be a little bit brighter, okay? That's just my preference. Another step you don't need to take, but I wanted my laces to be a little bit brighter, so I went ahead and made a little bit of a mixture, just painted that right over, and that fixed that problem. It's my bad though. If I had made the mixture, that dye originally a little bit brighter, the laces would have came out the right color. Next we got dyeing the laces, and there's a ton of videos on this. I've done a video on this, but just to keep it short and sweet, you're gonna need a fabric medium. I use GAC 900. We're not sponsored, so you can use anything. And what I do is use a little bit of that Vachetta tan and a little bit of that yellow, and I mean a little bit, okay? Once you're done dyeing those laces, just leave them outside. Let them dry, let them air dry, okay? They done. That same mixture that we made for the laces, we're gonna go ahead and put that all over the shoe, okay? Give it just a little touch of yellow. It's gonna stain it a bit, but if you want it to be darker, you're more vintage, more old, whatever the look is you're trying to get, you can play with it, okay? I'm sure there's another way you can stain it too. Okay, we here. One of the most important steps is distressing the actual shoe. And there's a lot of ways you could do this. You could just use sandpaper. That takes a little bit more time. So I decided to use a Dremel. Not everyone got it. Sandpaper works just fine. Dremel's just gonna speed up that process. This is the Dremel I use. I'm gonna have it linked in the description. Last step, we're gonna use that same mixture we've been using, except we're not gonna use any GAC 900, okay? It's just gonna be mostly white with a bit of the Vachetta tan and the yellow. You wanna make it look crusty, a pair of old socks. That's the color you're looking for, just to give it that old deteriorating vibe, okay? Disgusting vibe, if you will. Love that stuff. I would have preferred it just with a little bit of the distressing that I did originally, just with the Dremel, and I'm cool with that. But I thought I'd show you guys how to do it anyways.
What beats?